Ain't nothing peculiar about the way that I was raised, and my heart is on the way.
Hey everybody, I hope all my unicorn warriors are doing great, wonderful, and fabulous, and all the great things. I hope everyone's having a great week. I keep thinking today is Wednesday because I took last night off Thursday, and normally I got Monday and Tuesday off, so you know, me skipping that day, I'm thinking it's Wednesday all day, and I keep forgetting it is Friday. So happy fun Friday. I just wanted to come on here, and I wanted to give an update, and so I'll probably end up going in and then we'll talk some more, but I wanted to give an update concerning Chris's case and the pool video. Now, I was sent a more clearer version of that video, and I also had it confirmed that because what was it, like a couple videos back that we talked about JP handing off something from his wallet, and someone was wanting me to like enhance it or whatever, or like make it clear, but I don't know how I can do that, or I can only provide what I got and can only do what I can do. But I mean, you can still clearly see, which we'll go through that, we'll break all that back down again, but you can clearly see that he takes his wallet out and he hands something over, and you know, when he turns around. And I also heard him say something in that video. I don't know if anybody else caught it or not. And so all this morning, reviewing and trying to figure out how I can get more of that background noise to kind of calm down some, because remember, the dash cam's inside the car, and the car is, I don't know if the windows are cracked or anything, but it's the only time from this clip anyway. I don't know throughout. I need to go and listen to the whole thing maybe one day, but I could hear JP saying something, but only thing he was saying was that let's come over here, which I'll point that out too in the video, and then maybe someone that can hear better than I do and has better headphones, or I don't know, can hear better, because my hearing's not the best, can maybe hear more within the video. But yeah, so I wanted to correct the part where I said that JP handed an officer something. So it wasn't an officer, it was the neighbor guy, the same neighbor guy that let JP, I mean not JP, he didn't let JP in the pool, let Chris into the pool, and is the insurance guy, the neighbor, the one that Susie was holding hands with, and the same guy that went, apparently told Susie she needed to come to the pool, and she automatically knew. Yeah, going back to that leaked call or conversation, or who it was she was talking to. You can see my wheels start turning, but she automatically knew. I'm gonna have to like do a separate one now. Okay, well, all right. So it wasn't an officer that JP was handing something to. It was the same neighbor guy that let Chris in, and the insurance guy, the neighbor Susie was holding hands with, and the same guy that told Susie she needed to go down to the pool. But I also found out something else too. So, and I think the reason why I said officer was because we were trying to figure out who the guy was that was taking pictures, and I think within the conversations that I had with other people, they were saying maybe a detective or something, and you know, so it's like set in my mind, you know how you get, you know, but it was not an officer. It was that neighbor guy. And apparently, something else that I found out was that he went home and changed clothes within all the chaos going on. Like, he goes out of his way to go home and change clothes. Like, why? Why would you, like, your friend, your neighbor, you know, like something tragic just happened and you're gonna go home and change clothes? Why? I don't understand that. So, and I think, you know, maybe that's why I didn't catch that was who it was, because of the change clothes. But either way, it was not an officer. It was the same neighbor guy. So, which, you know, what JP handed to him, I don't know. He could have been handing something to him to give to an officer, you know, like, hey, you know, take my card and, you know, before they write up that report, you know, hit me up, or, you know, I'll make it worth your time. So, but I mean, I don't know, that's alleged speculation, but I wanted to clear that up. But we'll also go back through it now, because I do have clear footage of a couple of scenes of that dash cam. And so yeah, we'll go back through that and break it down. And then now, with stuff that we know, we're gonna have to go back over Susie's conversations and interviews and stuff that she's had, because it's kind of piecing like things that she says together that links to what we're thinking being done. And I find it very heartbreaking that all the people that were there, you know, nobody tried to help. Like, yeah, someone called 911, and something that, you know, really bothers me, and, you know, other people too, is that nobody actually, like, tried to help him. You know, I mean, we had a lady call 911, but nobody tried to, like, jump in the pool and get him out of his wheelchair and bring him up. Like, I know personally, if it was me, you know, even if I'm not the best a swimmer, but I mean, I would have became, like, you know, when you get that rush of adrenaline or whatever, you know, like, you become superhuman. And, you know, I would have jumped in there and did everything I could, you know, but I mean, I guess not everybody is like us, and that is sad. You know, I mean, like, what if that was one of their loved ones or something, you know, which you would think that Chris was very well loved in the community, because Chris was such a good guy. So, but, alright, well, I'm gonna go ahead and stop my part here for now. I just wanted to go ahead and say all that, and then we'll get into some more stuff as we go along today. Like I said, I keep thinking today's Wednesday, so I'm kind of thrown off. But alright, y'all, if today's birthday, happy birthday. And alright, so this is the scene where JP is handing something off to the insurance guy, the neighbor, the same guy that let Chris into the pool that morning, and allegedly is the one that went and told Susie she needed to get to the pool right away, and she just automatically knew. So we're gonna go step by step in this, and this is the clearest video I've been able to get. And so I can blow it up and slow it down, and, you know, we can go scene by scene to watch. And then also you will hear JP say something, and I was finally able to make out what he was saying. So, and it was nothing that was, you know, like, relevant to what's going on. It was just which I'll point out where it is. And you know, like he says, let's go over here. So, alright, so Susie's coming out of the pool area with her hand up, praising God, because, you know, she's sick, and I don't, oh, I could say so much, but I'm not. Okay, so where you see Eric, that's the neighbor guy, the insurance guy, the one that told Susie, the one that let Chris in, and he went home and changed clothes. So, why would you go home and change clothes in the midst of, like, everything going on at that moment? Like, that makes no sense. Alright, and he's telling JP something. I don't know what he's saying or whatever, but he's talking to JP at this moment. And Mica is holding Susie, trying to comfort her. Alright, so slow this down. Alright, he starts to walk off. And then you can't really see when JP like reaches in his pocket to grab it, because you have Mica and Susie right there. But if we go, and JP steps up and is like, hey, wait a minute, come back. Alright. So right when he gets to where, like, out of view of Mica and Susie, and I don't think it was like intentional, or, you know, I don't think it was that well thought out to, you know, like that, but it just so happened to be. But you see him right there start to hand him something, and Susie's talking with Mica. You'll see him reach up and grab whatever it is that JP hands over. Like, here's my business card, have them call me, or, you know, something. Alright, so they go to walk off, and this is, if you look right here real close, and I'll even zoom in some more, right there, back it up, he's got his wallet. You can see him close it and then go put it back in his pocket. So let's do it again. He's got his wallet, close, let's go this way. This is when you can hear him talking when he says let's go this way. See right there, boom, closing his wallet, let's go this way, and they walk over that way, and you can see him put it in his pocket, and they just keep walking, and that's the end of that scene. So I will also blow this up too and zoom in more to where maybe for those that can't tell or see it, maybe it'll make it easier. But I mean, I can see it every time I do like that. And watch his hands and wallet, close it, let's go this way, and then they walk off. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know your thoughts. And if today's your birthday, happy birthday!